We have lots of people here already. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Hi. I always forget to put the comments up. There we go. Okay, welcome to the Read Along Live, Read with Us. I don't ever remember what these are called. We're going to be reading together. So we will, there all the comments are. They didn't show up first. We will go around and introduce ourselves. This is the first time I'm hosting, so I'm very excited. So we'll just go in order of everybody is on screen and introduce ourselves and what we will be reading tonight. So Dana, go ahead.
Hi, my name's Dana. My channel's just my name. And so I'm currently in the middle of The Duke and I. I'm rereading it. I was supposed to read it last week, but that didn't happen. So I'm on chapter 8. I'm very excited to be back with the Bridgertons.
Sounds good.
Have you read the whole series already?
No, I've only read books 1 and 2. And I read them via audio. So it's a very different experience to come back to it in print.
I haven't read any, and I don't love historical fiction, but my FOMO is really all over the place.
Get on it.
I know.
Well, I'm Jen from the Book Refuge, like it says, and I am also reading a Bridgerton. I'm reading an author from a gentleman, but I'm also pinging around and I'm listening to When Scandal Takes the Stage by Eva Lee, because I need to binge all of Eva Lee's books, apparently. So that's what's happening for me.
It's not a bad choice. Are we going down to me, or you want to go first, Chloe?
You go.
Okay. I'm Izzy from Happy for Now. I'm reading... Okay, hold on. I always get this title wrong. Okay, A Magical Christmas by Heather Graham. I'm starting that tonight. So.
Awesome.
It'll be a fun time.
I'm Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life, and I am reading Right Before Christmas. This is an arc, and I just literally looked up the author and I forgot. By Julie Hammerly.
Is that contemporary?
It is contemporary, and they're both in their 40s, so it's kind of interesting. I'm liking it so far. I'm about 20% in.
I'm reading The Christmas Room by Katherine Anderson, and I'm like halfway through, and I'm Chloe. My channel is always booked. Sorry. And I'm reading The Christmas Room, and I love this cover. And it started with the perfect Hallmark movie scene, and it started so good, but it's so long that I feel like you can only do a Christmas book for so long, like a contemporary Christmas. Come on. So it's good, but I've got it on audio also, so I think I'm going to scrapbook while I listen.
Oh, 3 out of 6 are reading Christmas. That's fun.
I'm ready for Christmas.
Me too. Well,
I mean, it's kind of putting me in the mood. I wasn't there, and now I kind of am, so it's helpful.
No, I'm good.
Mine has Christmas in it, actually. I'm reading Written in the Stars.
Oh.
By Alexandria Bellafleur. Bellafleur? Yeah. I'm almost done. So I have 40 pages left. So then I have a Christina Forrest book, Now That I Found You. But this one, it takes place at Thanksgiving. And now it's they're having a Christmas party at the end. So it's Sapphic, which is from Avon. And I don't know if they published Sapphic Romances at Avon before.
Olivia Waite.
Arc? Is that out yet?
Oh.
It's out.
Okay.
I think it just came out, right?
I think so.
Okay, because I know I was I gotta read that.
Yes. It's cute. It's Pride and Prejudice inspired, Hate to Love, Darcy and Elle for Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth. It's cute.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cute. Well.
All right. Do we want to start reading? Do we want to, I don't know where to go from here. Talk about what people are reading in the comments before we start.
Yeah.
See.
I know what Melissa's reading.
What is Melissa reading?
The Rakecast or Serpent and Dove.
Oh, the Rakecast.
I was going to say Crystal's one side.
I like Serpent and Dove, so what do you
read the Rakecast so you can tell me if I should read it. I still can't decide.
Right.
One of my friends didn't like it, but I know Crystal liked it. So.
It's everyone I know either loved it or hated it. And I'm like, where am I going to fall on the scale?
I can totally see that too with that book. I recommend it because I love it, but I'm like, you might not like it, but I did.
Yeah.
Have you guys read Burial Rites by Hannah Kent?
Mm-mm.
Nobody? That one I read last night and like really did not like, and so many people love that book. I hate when that happens. Like I'm like I know I missed, like it just was not the writing style for me. So I know I'm like missed the boat on that one.
We were just talking about this book. I did, but untouchable.
Yes. I'm with I love naughty men. That's what Carter is. That's for sure.
Right up Jen's
Ashley's
alley.
Book World is reading The Wallflower Wager, but she misspelled
The
it and wrote The Wallflower Ranger, and I want to read that book.
I want that one. All the wallflowers just go party and they have a wallflower ranger.
That sounds like a great party to go to.
Right. I mean, a lot of those authors are friends too. So like we could have Eloise's and Juliet. Like they have done that almost. Like they've done a like book together that the stories intertwine. They should do a wallflower rager. That'd be amazing.
I'm so jealous of all their friendships when they just like name drop each other. I was talking to Lisa Kleypas the other day, and I'm just like, really?
Like, what's that like? You hold so much power in your like phone to text these people.
That's half the reason I love listening to the Fated Mates podcast, because I like when she even Sarah will be like, I don't mean to name drop, but I was sitting with her at the table. I was like, I hate you. You only need to write 15 books first, get famous, and then maybe I can talk to this person at Avon someday.
All right, well, we can start reading. 40 minutes?
Yep.
Do the math. That is 8:18, right? Or 8:00.
Kazi showed up.
I said no reading for you. I'm gonna bark.
Okay, we'll mute ourselves.
Mhm.
All right, guys, we have reached 40 minutes. That was nice, having uninterrupted reading time.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part. It's like I know every Tuesday I have 40 minutes I am going to read.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to delete my comment on here. I'll figure it out.
I
okay.
listened to my audiobook, but it is 14 hours long.
That is a long audio.
Long one.
It's so long. Like I feel like I
speed it up.
didn't make a dent. I'm listening. It's at 2.5.
Do you listen
I mean,
at normal?
No, I'm listening at 2.5. Yeah, but it's just slow.
All right, do you want to go around and say what we think of our books that we were reading?
Sounds good to me.
Dana, go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, so I got like 40 pages of The Duke and I read, and we're getting to a part where it's going to be some fun times for the characters getting together, so that's exciting. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Good times. I read about 30 pages, and this one's always a romantic beginning. That's all I can, like, all of you are, well, not Chloe, but like all of you are going to read this, and so I can't say anything. It's romantic in the beginning. That's all I can say.
It's not sad like the first two are?
Oh, the prologue is sad.
Oh, okay.
The prologues are almost always sad, I think, for most of them. But the beginning of the book, not the prologue, is romantic because it's a Cinderella retelling. The third one is. So, yeah. So,
Is it, whose book is it?
Benedict?
Okay. And then Colin?
Yeah.
Because I want
Yeah,
Colin.
he's out of order, and then the last two are switched, but everyone else is like in order.
Okay.
Just FYI. But yeah, yep, Colin's number 4. Izzy.
It's good. I got a 54 pages apparently somehow through
Wow.
A Magical Christmas. I'm intrigued. It's very light. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's what the Kindle says. I was like, I don't feel like I read that much, but it's pretty light. It's interesting because it's split timeline right now, and we're in the 1800s and I guess 1996, whenever it was published.
It's
So that's
that
interesting.
old?
I'm curious to see where that's going. I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, the original publishing was in 1997.
Wow.
Apparently. It's been republished a lot with different covers.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah, I didn't realize it was that old. And then I was like trying to figure out what the second timeline period was. I was like, when is this happening? So it's interesting. I'm enjoying it. It's well written. So we'll see. I don't usually like split timeline.
Have you read other Heather Grahams?
No, I've never read her book. I've never read any of the authors you picked for me on this video. There she
really?
is. She's back.
My internet dropped me.
Yeah, so I've never read any of these authors that I've been reading in the last 3 days. So it's interesting.
Interesting. That's interesting. Like, I wonder what you'll think. Like, now you should do all those authors again, but not Christmas. Because their Christmas ones are different, I think.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. I might one day. We'll see. So many video ideas. Not enough time. That too.
Books to read.
I'll pass.
Some of them I'm never going to read again, but it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited for the video. You said it's coming out Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday. It'll be all the books you picked, so it'll be interesting. Cool. All Christmas. Get in the mood.
Okay. Well, yep. Yes. Well, I made it, I don't know how long, into my audiobook of this, and I'm liking it because it is, this guy and the girl meet, and then they like their parents also have a thing going on, so it's like octogenarian romance. And like those are kind of, I guess, cute, fine. And so it's
Old people
interesting.
deserve
I
love
don't
too, Chloe.
know. They do. You're right. You're right.
Oh, I love it.
So
But it's like the
That-
parents of them are falling in love with each other.
yeah, so his mom lives with him because she, like the dad, they're both widows or widowed or whatever. So his mom lives with him, and she like kind of lives on the same property as her dad. And her dad's like this big rancher that is like super intimidating, I guess. And so he like, that's what's really annoying is like everybody cowers to this guy, including like the main love interest. He's like, won't, I mean, they like sneak around because her dad, and I'm like, you guys are like he's got like a teenage kid, so they're like 30s and 40s. Like, let's just man up. This is probably a 70, 80-year-old we're talking about, but it's okay.
Crystal.
My turn? Okay. So I got about 20% read in this. This is like a small town romance, contemporary Christmas, but it's like not Christmassy at all. So I know
I hate that.
it's very tropey, but it's fun. It's not like groundbreaking or anything, but it's fun. Like the woman she's 45 and she's recently divorced, and so she's like super repressed, and she's just kind of trying to. It's more. It almost. I feel like it's a little bit more women's fiction-y than it is romance, because it's all about her trying to, embrace her sexuality and stuff, but like in a very small, minimal way. Anyway, I'm not sure yet. I'm interested, but I don't know.
Speaking of women's fiction, did you guys see the top 10 Goodreads list for romance?
Did it get announced?
What is it?
In 5 years is on there.
What?
Is it really?
What?
The one not. I said one to watch wasn't a romance and people got mad at me, but some people agreed with me, but that's on the top 10 too. I don't know. Have any of you read that one to watch?
I have.
No,
Is
I
it a
haven't
romance?
read it.
I mean, it toes the line. Like I could make an argument either way that it's women's fiction. Like, because I think, I mean, it's this girl's like journey and self-discovery and like
That's what I
coming
thought
into
it was.
herself. But I mean, she does like fall in love along the way. So I don't know.
That list is a
In
mess
5 years,
every
it's even
year.
women's fiction.
Do what?
Oh, I was going to say, in 5 years, it's an even women's fiction, which is just kind of ridiculous. But
Yeah.
Is it just fiction? What is it?
yeah, I think it's published just as fiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
That's
I
like
think
a,
it's a separate category. Like, there's 100 categories in that thing. Like, why can't there just be a women's fiction and a romance category? Because then you have like, Jiminy.
Oh, The Switch is definitely not romance either, and I don't
No.
remember if that's on the top 10 because I read
Yeah,
that.
It
and
is.
it's not a
I just
romance.
pulled it up. That one's on the top 10. The 5
yeah,
years.
Jessica, I watched your video about this and I was like I hadn't seen it yet. And I'm like, what? Who is picking these?
So I saw Queen Move was on there. Is it still on there on the top 10?
None
or
of
did
the
it get-
indies made it.
Darn it!
I feel
was
like
hoping it
anything that
was.
gets voted on in the second round never makes
They
it to
never
the third
do.
round and never carries on. So
No historical romances in the top 10.
No mass market, right?
nope.
Did any not out yet books stay on? Like, did Christina Lauren stay
Yeah,
on?
that's
No.
Okay.
That's surprising because people
Well,
love
I feel
Christina.
better because at least have ones that are out. But
Yeah, that
still,
people have read.
they had
besides
one that's
just
been
early
out.
reviewers.
Colleen Hoover's on there, of course. I love Colleen Hoover, but that book I don't think should be on there.
Right.
Is From Blood and Ash an HCA at the end, or it's a series, right? It's not really. I mean, it's romance in it, but isn't it more fantasy? I don't know. I haven't read it yet. So
Part one.
The romance is a huge part of the plot line, but like
Okay.
they're not happy together in the end because of the series.
Because it's not over yet. Yeah.
yeah. There's a ton of setup in it too, so it's
Yeah.
like the romance happens, but I don't know.
that's
Is
when I
it-
question. Like, it's not. I don't know.
Like, how is that one in romance and Sarah J. Maas's is in fantasy when they're both?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Like,
That's the thing with that one is it's like, yeah, whatever.
Is it based on shelving or who? How is it
That's
decided?
what they said. It's based on shelving.
Whatever. They're totally buying. They're buying that. They're buying the plate. You know, like, come on. I mean, the Oscars is like that too, and that's people make billions of dollars off of it. You know,
Mhm.
you can buy a spot basically in that stuff. You know, but
Jen, I want you to do a whole video ranting about how the Goodreads review awards are bought.
right. I guess the thing for me is just like, I feel like mainstream people are going to look at that, but people who actually care about romance and know, we know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, like things like In 5 Years and stuff. Like I like that book, but like I think people would probably see that and just like vote for it because they haven't read any of them, and it's like that is not fair because that's not a romance.
well, I know in past years, before I was like in the booktube community, I would vote on the Goodreads Awards and I would just pick one in every category and I would pick what I heard about. So I completely get that. If you have the majority of people voting who they only read out of 2 categories, but they vote in everything. Now I only vote in the categories that I've read the book for. Like, I just don't pick a random one. Like, I only vote if I've read it, but not everyone's going to do that.
I totally go pick random ones.
Right.
Because I want to make sure certain ones get kicked out. I don't want them to make it.
Right.
Somebody on Twitter is hosting the Swoonies, they're calling it, to do romance awards this year. I think it's Nick and some other people. I cannot remember who. But if you want a romance specific one, that's probably going to be a better selection of books.
Shay, I thought about that. Shay just had the comment, we should just host our own romance award show. Yes. Yeah. Like, who does the book? Like, who did the like YouTube or is it BookTube Awards? Like, who did that? That was
Steph does that, doesn't she?
Does she?
Steph like draws out of a jar. Yeah, she like picks a book for each month.
I remember. I mean, I wouldn't want to be the one playing it, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But I mean, it would be fun.
That would be so much good plan.
Who made
get a prom dress to present an award though?
Google ballots. But I don't know, maybe like things, you know, maybe RWA will come back, you know, and like the Vivian, like we could vote in the Vivians this year and stuff. And maybe that will start to, people will pay attention and we can clean that up or something. I don't know. That's what I think. But I've never paid attention to the RWA until this year. I never paid attention to it. So, and I was been reading romance since I was 16. So that's how little I pay attention to those things.
I mean, you're not a writer, so it's not really fully on you to pay attention to.
Yeah, it's true. But.
Libraries and Labradors just said, do books brag about winning on their reprinting, like on the cover, winner of Goodreads Choice Awards?
Barnes and Noble has a table for it.
Do what?
Barnes and Noble has a table for Goodreads Choice Award winners.
Yeah, and like I know Colleen Hoover has it on her website, like pretty big. She won like 3 or 4 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the authors that get the most money behind them for marketing that win. So how is that fair? They get more free marketing.
Yep.
It's a feedback loop.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah. It's like all the tables in Barnes and Noble. Typically, when you see a book on a table at Barnes and Noble, a publisher paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
The book is there because the publisher paid for it. So it's like, yeah, of course, you're gonna pick it up because it's on the table.
Yeah,
True.
That's what you're getting when you get picked up as a traditionally published person.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lucky enough to get the marketing money, yeah.
Right.
So that's the hard part. There's all the books that don't get it.
Right. That's what they need us for. That's what they need. We have important jobs. But, well, that was a depressing turn, but, you know, we can only do.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining. That was fun.
Yes.
I got a lot of reading.
Thanks.
That was fun.
No.
Yeah.
Love hanging out.
See everyone next Tuesday. Who's hosting next Tuesday?
I think Kayla on the Fritz.
On the Fritz, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to think about it.
I have it pulled up.
Everybody here today is linked down below. So
Woo!
all right.
Well, thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you
rest
for
of
having
your
Yeah,
me.
day.
thank you.
Thanks for
Hanging
hanging
out,
out.
guys.
All right.
Bye.